Good. We are recording. Okay. So thank you guys for showing up tonight for the call. It's like I said, I wanted to do one before I had left for my vacation, but just stuff happened and it didn't happen right away. So I thought I want to do kind of a combo call tonight of one where, you know, I kind of go over the basics because there is some new coaches here in which I will still have another getting ready to start call with you guys. But there's also some veteran coaches here as well that maybe kind of need a refresher. And I want to share what I do every day. And I've heard, and I've been there too, struggling with how time management, right? You know, if you work full time and fit this in and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just going to go over a few things, and then at the end, we'll do a question and answer that you guys can ask me anything. And I'll maybe even share my screen as well with Teamsy. Last night, our upline team, Rise Up and Fitnique, had a team call, and it's not a scheduling program, just kind of like a management program that I used to be, and I still kind of am. I still have my binder and my papers and everything. So, but I used to keep track of everything on paper, and people would get lost in the mix of things. So I'm going to go over that really quickly too. So I'm just going to share my screen, and I'm also, Ashley's going to chat just a little bit too, and I'll let her know when she can come on, just about how, because she works full time, and how she's fitting in, because yes, I'm a photographer as well, but this has kind of taken over that. So I did start out there, but she got her 9-to-5 job. So she's going to share a little bit what she does as well. So I'm just going to share my screen first, and I'll go through some things, and then Ashley, I'm going to call on you when I'm ready. So
that's good.
Now I got to find where. Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm not 100% tech savvy here. I think it was in my, oh, is that it? Yeah. Okay. I got it. Stay with me. Okay. So basically here, okay. So can you guys see my screen okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thumbs up or chat with me or whatever. So I want to go over the vitals. And really, there is 4 vitals, but I think for now we'll go over, there was originally 3 and they've done it to 4, and I might go over that a little bit, but we can get into that down the road. But in this business of Beachbody coaching, there is basically 4 major things that you should be getting done daily. And anytime that I started coaching and you know, have gone through this, and I'll probably reiterate it again, is that if you do these things and you can do them within an hour a day, there was a, whatchamacallit, we were at the last Super Saturday, and there was a guest speaker, and she was on video, and she's a full-time teacher, and she literally just did her business in an hour a day, and she's a 5-star diamond coach and doing really well in the business. I will share probably what I believe as well, and what I've learned along the way, how you could get that done in 1 hour. Mind you, I love doing this, so I can be on the computer for like 4 or 5 hours because I love chatting with women, but you have to treat this as a business, and you have to set business hours as well. So like the quote says here, the secret to your success is found in your daily routine. And this isn't only just with Beachbody. This is with life in general. You know, making a plan and sticking to it and doing what you need to get done daily. So get organized, get ready to be extraordinary. So I'm sure you all know me, but I just thought I'd go over a little bit about me just in case you don't. But I'm 1-star diamond coach. I have been coaching for about 2.5, almost 3 years now. I am a Success Club 5 All-Star Legend, and we can get into that later as well. I won the Financial Fitness Award, which really means that I was able to pay off all my credit card debt through helping others and getting paid through Beachbody for that. I'm the founder of Team Fit Rising, which you guys are all a part of. And then there's our upline team, which is called Team Fitnique. And I'm sure a lot of you know or have been put into that group. It is in the top 100 teams of all of Beachbody. And what that means is there is there's probably over now, but 450,000 teams or coaches in the network. And our uplines team is in the top 100. So it's like our team is a really great team to be on. And it's a really great group of women here. I started coaching in June 2014. I literally signed up on my birthday, and Michelle had reached out to me, and I can tell you this, I've always been into, fitness or sports, whatever you want to call it. And I'm the motivator type on my tug of war team. Yes, that's a sport. I was kind of the captain on that, and I was the one that was motivating people. And I just continued on with that throughout. But then when my competitive sports stopped, I had no avenue to be able to help people out. And then I found this, I went for it. I thought I'll give myself, 3-6 months, whatever it is. At least I'm getting a discount on my Shakeology, right? Because we all love Shakeology and what it does for us. So it's been 2.5 years, and I'm telling you, I'm still learning just as much every day. It's a learning process. And honestly, if you're not continually learning, like you have to continue to grow your mind, right? So I'm thankful for that, because as we get older, we have to keep that mind, going. And to be honest, at the beginning, I was overthinking everything, and I was taking in as much as I could, but I was never really implementing what I was learning or writing it down or figuring it all out. And I was overwhelmed. I was there. So if you guys are feeling overwhelmed, I know exactly what you feel like. But all I want to say to you guys is don't quit before you get started. And we are all here, myself, anybody on the team, anybody on our upline team, we're all here to help each other out. And that is what I think is really drawn me to this business, is that nobody's left alone. And it's not like working at a job where you're doing your job, and sure, you've got team members on your team that will help you, but I just feel it's something that much more, that you don't benefit just by yourself, you benefit as working as a team. So next slide. Okay, so like I said, welcome to, I know Jordan is on here as well, and there's some newer coaches as well. So welcome, and just let you know, you have permission to be overwhelmed. Like seriously, I was. Time to create some organization and understanding around it all. So settle in and just trust the process. Like I said, we're all here to help. And if you have any questions, please reach out to anybody on the team, myself, Ashley. Allison's not on the call tonight, but she's another veteran coach as well. Anybody in Team Fitnique as well. The best way to get started, this is new, so I don't think you, or I'm not sure, Ashley, if you've gotten this before. I know Deanna and probably Jordan has. Now what Beachbody is doing is they're sending a welcome email right from Beachbody, and it's the first 30, it's called. So I will put that in our team page, because this, I think it's only happened in the past 4 or 5 months. And basically you get an email from Beachbody. They give you a video, a training video. And I think it's short. Deanna, do you remember how long it was? Oh,
sorry, I was muted.
Yeah.
The training video is not very long. I don't know, 5 minutes, 3 minutes maybe.
Yeah, it just kind of goes over what to do in the back office as far as setting up your bank account and that kind of stuff. I think it was. I'll
Yeah.
that again. So thanks. But yeah, so there's just a little thing to go through, and they give you the steps to kind of get going started. So that's basically what Jordan, and I'm not sure who else is on here, but you'd go through your welcome email. Next step is and most of you have probably thrown you in there, is there's the Training Academy, and there's also monthly, and there's new training that Michelle has put out for Coach Basics. A lot of you are probably in the Coach Basics on the Facebook group. They just started, I think it was Monday, through, you all know the Challenge Tracker app. So their training is through there, and I'm in it because I wanted to go through it myself, and I'm getting caught up with it, but it's really good. It just really focuses on the basics, like the wash, rinse, repeat kind of stuff, to not overthink everything. So if you are not in either the Academy or a Coach Basics group, please message me and we can get you in there. Next thing, I hope you all know what the National Wake Up Call is. Now, I know, Jordan, you probably have no idea yet what it is, but it's on Mondays, and it's through Beachbody, and you can phone in, or I will share the link. I think I have before on our team page, but you can actually listen in on the computer, so it's not using, data or anything like that, like if you're on Wi-Fi, whatever it is. But it's basically what a National Wake Up Call is. It's at 11 our time, 11 Eastern Standard Time, and it's about 40-45 minutes. They recognize anybody that's succeeded in the business, and then they also have a guest speaker coach that's usually a top 10, 15, whatever it is, coach that shares their best practices and really gives a lot of information and tips on how you can move your business forward. It's almost like a personal development. If you guys know, I'll get into that here later as well, but, or a business development. And it's a quick way to get in if you're driving to work, or you can actually listen to it later if you can't do it live via podcasts. I don't know if a lot of you listen to podcasts, but the Team Beachbody is on as a podcast. So you can actually download that if you're out for a walk, if you're driving to work, whatever, you can get it done that way. And another really important thing in my eyes to do is the team meetings. And if you have any questions on where to see where that is, I'm trying to get in the process of doing our own calendar up to be in our team page. But if you want to see what our upline, she usually has a calendar pinned to the top of the page in Team Fit Neat, and it will share what is all going on for the month. And the team trainings are usually probably twice a month. And sometimes with our up line, so I'll get into the depths of that, but our up line group or team has been having them at noon on Mondays, I think it is usually. And then last night we had a team call at 9 p.m. with our Team Fit Neat and Team Rise Up. So it's just, they share a lot of great information that you can get. And really that's the thing is with this business is that I don't know, what's that saying? Something about broken, the wheel and all that kind of stuff. you don't need, you know what it is, Sue. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say, but basically everything's laid out for you ahead of time. And if you just follow along what has been laid out before you, you will have success. Another thing is practice these 4 vital behaviors. And I was the daily grind in Team Fit Neat there the other day, and I listened to a Melanie Mitro, who's #1 in the network, and it really, she simplifies it, and it's don't make it any more difficult than it is, and just do the daily vitals. Wash, rinse, repeat. If you do those daily and be consistent, you will see success. It may not happen overnight. It may not happen in 3 months, but if you continue to do it, it's like that snowball that keeps rolling and rolling and gaining momentum and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The next thing is getting started right call with your coach. I've had some with some of you, and like I said, I'm continually learning. When I first started, I didn't know about these coach calls and actually getting on a Zoom with you one-on-one and chatting with you. My goal is to do that from here on in, and like Sue, she's more of a veteran coach as well. And I have other ones that I had never done this with, and I didn't know I was supposed to do, or maybe I was too nervous or shy or whatever it was, but I really enjoy just chatting one-on-one. I've had it with Ashley, I've had it with Deanna, and I'm going to do it with Jordan. So I'm looking forward to that. So Sue, yeah, anybody that wants to, just reach out to me and we can set something up. It can be 30 minutes. It could be an hour. Like, it doesn't have to be very long. So bottom line is lean on your sponsor or your upline, because we've been in it a little bit longer and we know the ropes. We're still learning, but we want to share what is working for us. All right, the thing we all want to know, time management, right? I love this quote by Jim Rohn: either you run your day or the day runs you. And it's so true, because you guys all know, I know as well, that all of a sudden it can be 3 p.m. and it's like, where the hell did the day go? You know? So you have to take control. We all have that choice. We all have the control of it. We just have to know how to do it. So, and I just have to go over this too. First things first. And this was in one of my personal development books as well. Time is not a valid excuse. Accept the fact that you will never get caught up. There will always be more to do than you can accomplish in the time you have available. And the other part in my personal development book was, there is no found time. There's never any, like, I know I hear it from ladies, and you girls probably have heard it from a lot of ladies too. I wish I could find more time. I wish I could have another hour in the day. And I do too. I have. But guess what? There is no such thing. You have to make the time. So time management here. Step 1, make your mastered list of activities for the day, the night before. This is, I'm jumping the gun here, but you guys need to read this book. And this is one of your daily vitals, and we're going to go over. It's called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And he has a whole bunch, but get the one that says the not so obvious secret guaranteed to transform your life before 8 a.m. I think it's the first one in the series. He has other ones too. I'm going to go through this again. I finished it in record time, and there's a lot of great tips, information on how to get your day going before 8 a.m. I mean, he suggests to get up an hour before you would normally anyways, but you got to find what works for you. So, you know, if you go to work for 7, then yeah, for sure, you're going to get up. If you usually get up at 6, you're going to get up at 5. But he also gives suggestions in here on getting mentally over that. And you guys know it. I would want to hit the snooze and say, I like my bed. I want to stay in bed. So I would love all of you gals on the call tonight. If you haven't, get this book. And I think it was fairly inexpensive. And you could, if you've got Kobo or Kindle or whatever it is too. I like the book now. I used to do the Kobo, but I highlight, I ear tag, I go back, and we'll get more into personal development and why you want to read it as well too. So sit down the night before. I got to do it yet tonight, but like the other night, I made my list before I went to bed. I made everything that I had to do, my non-negotiables. And usually what I do at the top of the page, the first things is the things I don't really want to do. So say like, and I struggle with personal development. I didn't do it for the longest time. And I made a pact with myself that January 1st, I was going to commit to 10 minutes a day with personal development. Or 15. It really, you can do it in 10 minutes. And that was my first thing on the list. Workout. And just the basic vitals that you need to get done, those 4 daily vitals, and make a list. And then of course you're going to have appointments like dentist or work or whatever, kids sports, whatever it needs to be. You're going to fill those in as well. But you're going to get put at the beginning of the list, the things that you need to get, that you don't want to do, but you know you have to do. You're going to get them done first. So that's my first suggestion. Make your list the night before you go to bed. And then put it in a spot where you're working out so you see it when you wake up. Okay. Step 2, plan ahead for your power hour. Here we go back into the scheduling again. So find what's going to work for you. If you've got a little calendar book or even on your phone, find a time, find those pockets of time that you know is going to work for you or that can work for you. Like if you have 15 minutes of a break twice a day at lunch or at work, and maybe an hour at lunchtime or whatever it may be, or if you're bringing your kids to sports and you're there for a half an hour, put it in your phone and make it an appointment so that your dinger goes off, and then you know, okay, I can do 5 minutes. If you got 5 minutes, if you got 10 minutes, but you still have that 5 minutes or that 10 minutes. So you just need to schedule it in. If you have a full hour, if you know you're coming home from work and you've got an hour before you have to make dinner, whatever it is, do it then. And going into step 3 right now, blinders on, stay focused. You know what I do is I literally, not on my laptop here, but on my desktop, I've killed the news feed for Facebook. And I only have up, I'll show you really quick. This is my Teamsy. This is where I keep track of who I'm connecting with, what I'm saying, and I have this, and I have my Facebook page up, or like my messages that I can go and just do a quick message with my prospects, my customers, my coaches, my invites for the day. And I don't know if you can't see that because you guys are over there. And my added people. So I have those 2 things up, and that is it. Sorry, there. So, and that coincides with the girl that had the video at the Super Saturday that we were at, that I think she was a school teacher. So she worked crazy hours, and then her husband was gone, crazy hours, but she knew she got home. And I can share the video. Brian, our upline coach, he got it, and I think it's on YouTube, but I'll share it in our team page. Literally, she knew from 5 to 6, she had 1 hour, and that was pretty much it for the full day as far as doing her power hour of inviting, checking in with people, connecting, etc. So she took that hour, and then she also then chunked it out. So she had 10 minutes where she could send out her invites. Like, seriously, people, you have a timer on your phone, or if you have an egg timer that's old school like myself too, put the timer on, 10 minutes. Okay, you know, I got 10 minutes, but stay focused during that whole hour, that whatever you break it down to, as far as sending invites for 10 minutes, connecting with 3 to 5 people for 5 minutes, write it down. The more you write stuff down and make a list every day, like you can even get scrap paper and just write stuff down and have a new one every day. But you got to stay focused. If you have only 1 hour, stick to it. Shut everything else off. Lock yourself in the room, whatever you need to do. And like I said, number 4, find what works for you. Every day can be different. But if you make it like an appointment or something with work or whatever, and if you find that 2 in the afternoon, if you have an hour's lunch, or if it's 10 o'clock in the morning, or if it's 8 o'clock at night, find what works and stick with it. And like number 5 says, make your business hours. I made the mistake in the beginning that I probably would be on the computer from 7 in the morning till probably 11 or 12 at night and all day long. Now I've switched to, I will send out my messages, my power hour first thing in the morning. And then typically I don't go back and reply to those messages until later at night, because you know what? You're going to drive yourself bonkers. You're going to be on the computer 24/7. And you're going to be overwhelmed, and you're going to just be like, I can't do this. Like, this is too much. They will wait for you. Trust me. I mean, like I said, I fell into that trap. I was the same thing. And Rob, you know, was like, what are you doing on your computer all the time, or your phone? And it's addicting. It is, because you really want to chat with people. So I think what I'm going to do now is going to throw it to Ashley, and I'll unshare my screen. And Ashley, if you can just chat with the girls a little about yourself and what you do, because you work full time, just to kind of help them through what you do in a day.
Yeah, I can do that. So I'm Ashley. I joined as a coach probably back in May. And I didn't really take off with the business to begin with, just because I was very uneasy about it, wasn't sure where to go, was kind of overwhelmed with it, didn't time manage, to be honest. So I just didn't really have time to do it. I, at the time, was working in retail, working really crazy hours. And I finally made the change in August to a more kind of set schedule. So I work at a college full time. And now that I have a set schedule, I've been able to kind of create a better schedule for the Beachbody business. So Sunday is kind of my day to do everything and prep for the week. So not only with like my meal planning, my meal prep, that kind of thing, but also with Beachbody. So I will spend probably, a good 2 to 3 hours on Sunday just organizing myself for the week. So I will actually make a list of posts that I want to do in my support group. I may, and this sounds kind of ridiculous, but I may take, selfies of myself for my groups in advance. That way I can create posts with quotes. And not have to worry about, at 9 a.m. or 7 a.m. on, Thursday morning trying to think of something to post. I already have something kind of pre-planned. And I kind of follow a schedule that way for that. I, like Darlene, I have started now messaging people, following up with messages in the morning. And then if, on my lunch break at work, I only have a half-hour break. So really it's basically I eat my lunch and that's it. But if, I have a little bit of time in that time, I will respond to messages if people have gotten back to me. But it's, like she said, like people will wait. They're not, people are always on their phone. They're always going to check it. So if you don't message them until, 12 hours later that night and follow up again, they're probably going to respond back to you, an hour later. But again, you don't have to respond right away. You can wait until the next morning to respond. So that's kind of like the block of time that I do. Was very bad at getting up in the morning. I've actually started now. I started like with half-hour increments to get myself up earlier. And I committed that once I'm back from my vacation, I'm going to start my workouts and do my workouts in the morning. So I have more time back kind of for myself at night. But definitely doing the messaging in the morning, I find is key to get out of the way, because I hate messaging people randomly. Friends, acquaintances, people that I already know, no problem. But just shooting random messages to people in my support group that I may not know very well, it's intimidating. So if I do it in the morning, I can just kind of, drop my phone and leave and continue on with my day. And then if they get back to me, that's awesome. And I'll respond later on. And then usually for my support group, I will try and pre-schedule posts. That way I don't have to worry about them going up. This week I was really bad, so don't use it as an example this week. But I just have my support group. So I do 2 posts a day usually, unless there's something else going on that's, super exciting, or, something happens to me that's super exciting. I'll post more frequently. But I find that for, the audience that I have, 2 is good. And I find it's a good amount to get people interacting. But if you're just starting out, I definitely recommend just starting a support group and putting your close friends in it. And you'll actually be surprised at the people that you may not have thought, would be interested. And they end up being interested. Probably half my customers, I never expected that they would, want to do a fitness program and be interested in this kind of thing. But my one lady that I have, she's messaging me every day, and she's the one person that I would never expect to want to do a program, but she's having awesome results. And it's just really taught me to never kind of let, put someone on the back burner or never, not consider someone, I guess. So start with your close friends, add them in, just ask them if they have anyone that might be interested too, and get them to add people in. I've gotten a lot of people that way. And just start connecting with people. Don't be scared. I think Darlene might talk about it, but the go for no's. A no is better than, nothing, because in, 2 or 3 months they might be interested. So yeah, I think the biggest thing is just don't be afraid to go for it. Because a lot of people will think that you're doing something that's completely different and not the norm, but you are going to find those people that are, they're going to want to join you on your journey, and they're going to want to follow you, and people are watching, and, you may not expect certain people to be watching, I guess. Is there anything else you want me to
No, that's good. No, you touch base pretty much on, because you do work full time, so you're sharing where you're finding pockets when you can. And I like your point of in your support group, and Deanna and Jordan, we will get to that. First things first for you guys is your grand opening post. Sue's got a support group and she's posting in there daily. I think the big thing is to be consistent. Ashley's finding twice a day works for her, but she's still doing twice a day, no matter what. And if she adds in more, it's awesome, right? Like you said, it could be just something that comes up and you want to post about it. But the key is you guys are being consistent with it, and it will pay off over time, because people are always watching. Like Ashley said, that don't second guess anybody. Message, you can even just, throw your friends in, message them and just say, reconnect. Hey, how you doing? Kind of post. I can share a script in, Ashley can share her script, and just say, oh, by the way, I added you into my fit support group, just a bunch of women who are on the same path, and we're sharing recipes and fitness tips and whatever, and just connecting with other ladies who are on the same kind of path as I am, kind of thing. It's like I said, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. If they don't want to join, they have that option. Like, I've had people add me to the group, and then when I click on the notification, it comes up that you can join or leave. Like, you aren't added right away. So don't worry about that. But I always message them once I do it, kind of thing. And Ashley made a good point too, referrals, talk to your friends and then say, hey, do you know anybody else that might want to join in? The more people that get more eyes on your support group and your posts, the better, basically, because you're going to always, I've run out of my warm market, basically. And warm market meaning your friends and your family. So I'm at the point where I am asking people, I'll do it in my support group where I will post, I have a little contest where I'm giving away 5 packets of Shakeology or 3 or whatever you want to do. It could be a $10 winner's gift card. Go get some awesome, workout gear, or Old Navy where Ashley used to work, anywhere. And just say every 5 that you add, you get an entry in. So it's getting more people into your group, because if you keep talking to the same people, there, it probably gets wearing on them, kind of thing. You need to be always talking to new people. But yeah, no, thank you, Ashley. That's awesome as far as what you do, because she works full time, and it can be a struggle to get it in. But honestly, if you focus at 1 hour a day, no matter if it's a solid hour or if you have to break it up into 30 minutes in the morning before you go to work and 30 minutes at night, but like she said, set your hours, message in the morning, and then maybe reply at night. But have business hours. My brain shuts off at about 10 or 10:30. I won't lie. I'm getting old, so I need to get to bed.
You're getting old.
I think I'm older than you.
So I'm better in the morning. I can reply back. But as far as sending new messages out, because Ashley or Sue, you guys can attest to this. Most ladies mothers, women are on from now until probably about 11 o'clock tonight. So it just, if you're on the computer, if you work on a computer all day at work or in the morning, you're sending messages, your eyes start bugging out, your brain starts shutting off. So you just need to set your hours and just say, okay, from 6 to 6:30, I'm sending my messages out, or whatever time in the morning. And then at night from 8 till 9 or 8:30 till 9 or 9 till 9:30, this is when I'm replying back. Trust me, don't worry. People will get back to you. And they're not always on 100%. That's my mentality I had, that, oh my God, I have to get back to them right away kind of thing. And I would be on the computer and Rob would be, what the are you doing on your phone? Get off of it. So I've now learned that I need to kind of, but the key is, girls, write it down the night before, even if it's, you're writing down who you want to talk to. I should share my screen again because I've got kind of a power hour thingy that I'm going to show you what I do. So, okay, right here. Can you guys see that okay? You guys have just gone to the bottom of my screen. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, okay. So, like I say here, keep it simple, sister. Okay? Basic, and I can share this. I shared in our team page. You guys can print that off for the team call. It was like your power hour to-do list. Basically, this is as simple as it can be. This can be done in an hour. And you could write down, okay, workout and Shakeology, 30, 40 minutes, whatever. 10 minutes of personal development. Check the back office. And I can go over that about the back office if you guys want to. But I just log in because typically, maybe I can show you really quick here too. Where is it? If you guys know about your back office, you sign in to Team Beachbody and then you go to Coach Online office here. Sometimes there's new news. So that's why I go in and I check it. And I give myself maybe 5 minutes just to go in, see what's going on. If there's any new announcements, whatever, you're going to find it in this back office here. So like right now, so there's breaking news. I always go to this side here. So it's the last month to get the all access on demand and Shakeology challenge pack. This is another, like they also have, your wake up calls and stuff, but Shakeology, we all love it, but we need to learn. I try to learn a little bit every day, if not every other day, more things about Shakeology, like even with the ingredients, because there's so much in it to be able to make a post in that. So I just check into the online office here really quick. And as you can see, I'm at a big fat SC0, but I'm not worried. I'm still chatting with ladies and I'm connecting. So I check the back office. Follow-ups. Say that means anybody that maybe you've sent a message to, and I usually follow up within 2 days, maybe 3. I might push it to 3 and just send them. And I'll, Ashley too, maybe we can start a file in the team page of follow-ups on what to say or what do you say to people, just to kind of check in with them. Don't be pushy, just saying, just for you're on my list. I just thought I'd shoot you a message, et cetera, et cetera. Social media. This means like your posts, like Ashley posting twice a day. I typically on my like page, I always do 3 times a day. In my support page, I always do 3 times a day. In my challenge groups, I may just do 2 times a day. Now I'm in a lot more stuff likely as far as challenge groups and this and the like pages. Don't worry about a like page right now at all. We will get there. Don't worry about that. You girls are doing great with your support groups. Deanna will talk about that, and Jordan. But or basically posting on your personal page. And I will get into that really quick in the next few slides. New contacts. You always have to be inviting to your network. So what I would do, I'll show you quick. I don't even know where I am here. Facebook, what's this one? So what you can do to find new friends is you can go
That's
to
going
your
to
own.
take me like 2 days.
What's that?
said that's going to be me in 2 days.
Yes, on the beach. So I would go to my friends, and sometimes you can go, there's Find Friends. So you can click on that, and I think, so it suggests, Facebook will suggest friends for you. What my suggestion is to, I don't know about this person, that I don't understand her writing, so I probably won't do that. But I would go to people I know, and if I've got mutual friends, so this Julie and Michelle, we've got 20 mutual friends together. I'll check her page out, I'll click on it. I will probably send her a friend request, unless there's maybe a coach like on our team, and then I usually don't do that. But I would say any of your friends, minimum of 5 mutual friends, okay? And then send them a friend request. But always check out their page. See if you guys have some stuff in common. She just got married, it looks like. I'm a wedding photographer, so I probably would send her a friend request. And she looks like she likes the outdoors in the winter. It's not creepy, I don't think. But I would just see if you guys have some stuff in common first before I'd say, and shoot them it. Chances are you're gonna send out, I usually send out 10 a day friend requests. I may get 2 back. I may get 5 back. I may get none back. You might not get any back. But I'll share with you guys at another time too. You got to make sure.
I have a question about that.
You bet. Go ahead. Oh, you're frozen, Deanna.
Frozen.
You are saying, is that your own personal page, or is that your Fit page?
No, that's my personal.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. That was my own personal page that I went to my friends that I'm already with right now.
And then you request friends. So how do you get them to, like, then they'll follow you from your page, you mean, and then hopefully eventually you'll make contact with them?
So what I'll do is, like, see, these are all my friends. I could literally go into Ashley and creep her friends. Say we weren't on the same team or whatever. Because I know Ashley's into sports. She, we have a lot of similar stuff that's going on. I'll go to her friends list, but Facebook also suggests friends. So I would go to that.
Yeah.
First. But then I'll just scroll down here and see we have mutual friends, but then we also have friends that I'm not friends with. So I would probably say I wouldn't friend request her because we only have 2 mutual friends, but maybe somebody that's got, like Dave Muller, I won't do it, but just say it's a girl and we have 51 mutual friends. I'll probably send a friend request to them and say they accept. I have a script that basically says, hey, thanks for the friend request. Hope you don't think this is creepy. I can post that in our page as well. I might even have it here. I could show you guys really quick. I do the same thing, and I've never had anyone tell me it's creepy. I've actually had people say, like, oh, no, I know you. You're so-and-so's sister, or you're so-and-so's cousin. So it's not, I've never had a bad response from it. Sometimes, like, half the time they won't respond at all, but I always just add them to my support group not right after they accept my request, but maybe a few days later, shoot them a message. And I've never had any negative feedback, and they can decide if they want to stay or not. So yeah. No, and that's what I'll do. I'll shoot them a friend request. If they get back and accept it, then what I do, I don't wait a couple of days. I'm bad. I'll throw them in the group right away. And like Ashley said, they have the choice they can leave or not, but I will send them this message. Hey, how are you? Thanks for the friend ad. Nothing creepy, I swear. Can never have too many friends. Looks like we have a few mutual friends who are pretty awesome. And then I may then actually say the friends, like a few of them, 2 or 3. If you got 51 mutual friends, I don't go through the whole list, but I'll just say so-and-so and make your connection with them. Share that in the script. And then I'll say, by the way, I actually added you into my health and fitness support group. It's where I spend most of my time on Facebook and connect with my friends there. I hope you don't mind. If it's not your thing, no worries. I'm always looking for other women to connect with, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I do that every time someone accepts my friend request back. And like Ashley said, majority of the time, they don't have a problem with. They're like, thanks, I'm always looking for new recipes or whatever. And then they go on to my follow-up list. So once they're in my support group and they're my friends, I typically try to follow up like in Teamsy. You can do it on pen and paper, but I got my follow-up here. I'll add them in here as a new contact, and then I'll follow up with them in 2 weeks, likely 2 to 3 weeks, just to say, and I might even have that follow up here, how the group's doing, just looking for feedback. Like here, how are you? Hope you, this is old, I'll have to change that up. I hope you don't think this is random. It's been a while since you joined my group, so I may not even know what I'm talking about, but I want to say thanks, etc., etc. There's so much happening. I don't know if you see my post, but I thought I'd check in, and I'd love feedback. Always ask for feedback on the group. Always end a comment or a post, like if you're sending them a message, always end it with a question. Like, if you can give me any feedback, what you'd like to see more of. That way it starts an engagement of talking back and forth, right? So once I follow up with them in 2 weeks and they give me feedback, then I might have a free group that's going on in another few weeks. I will send them an invite to the free group. And I don't have it on here, but I'm having a free group on Monday. So today I've been sending out messages, and that's considered an invite. Like, if you go back to here on challenge group invites, 2 to 5 a day, that does not have to mean for a 30-day buy my challenge pack group. It's a free group. That's an invite. So typically you could do 2 to 5 a day. Start out small. Start out 2 a day. And there's your contacts. Add 2 to 5 people a day. I'll share this in our team page as well. And then coaching invites. And it doesn't have to be 2 to 3 a day to start. It could be 2 to 3 a week. But just sharing what, you know, I love the accountability that coaching has brought to me for my fitness, right? That's the big reason, the first reason why I joined up. And when you're a coach and you're running a challenge group, you better be doing the program and the shakes and the working out and stuff like that. So that it can be done in an hour. I promise you it can. And we're running a little long. I don't want to keep you guys too late, but I will also share these slides in our team page as well. But as far as inviting, like I said, it's inviting to a free group, inviting to a longer challenge group with your all access bundle kind of thing. It could be inviting to the coaching opportunity. I could be inviting you to join you. Here's another angle you could do it. Invite to join you, because if you're apprenticing with me or your coach, shoot it out that my coach said that I could have 2 or 3 extra people. So I want to know if you want to join me. Always kind of make it fun and lighthearted. And you guys got to believe in what you're sharing with people. And it's not icky. It's not salesy. You love these programs. I know. I see you guys in your groups and in the challenge groups and stuff like that. So it's no different than if you found some awesome mascara or a bra that fits just awesome. You want to share that with other people, right? Or whatever it may be. So just look at it that way. Here, another thing, invite your friends to a workout. Why not have, if you've got a space or a church or somewhere, do like a fit club. Get your laptop, throw it up, invite people that, you know, might want to try a workout with you, and do it for an hour on a Sunday or a Saturday or something like that. It'd only be an hour. So try something different that way, right? Anybody that's around you. And like the last thing says, don't be shy, just be real, share what you're doing, and invite others to be a part of it. Because you guys know what you're doing. You guys love these programs. The whole thing with me is I just want everybody to feel the way that these programs have made me feel. And that now at 43, I'm more fit and feel a lot better than I did at 23. So I think we all want to share that with everybody we know, and we just love it, right? I will get into more about the planning of the calendar and that. We could go on for 2 hours here today, but I don't think you guys want to. Vital number 2 is be a product of the product. make sure you're doing a program, or are you in a challenge group? If you are not, please message me. I got one going on right now, and I have a new one going on for the 27th. If you want to be a part of that, let me know. You're never in this thing alone. If you want to get some new ideas, whatever, I'd love to be a part of it. And as far as being part of the product, it's another angle you can use because you're doing these programs. Share your journey on your page. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, I did it at the beginning when I first started coaching them. For some silly reason, I just stopped posting on my personal page. And you don't have to say work out and do this. Just, I don't know what the word is. Ashley's really good at her posts like this too. You do a roundabout backdoor way of saying things. What's that called? Is that even called something like it's subliminal advertising kind of thing?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But just, share how you're feeling or how it made you feel. Like maybe I did one day, I did not want to get up and work out, but what does working out make you feel like? How does your body feel? And then another thing, if you've tried the Beachbody On Demand, the whole thing with being a product of the product is trying the products out and doing them, following them from point A to point B, doing a 30-day program, doing a 60-day program, but just sharing about it, not asking anybody straight out on social media yet, just sharing what you're doing. Like Deanna, you in the challenge groups, I loved your posts. You did the collages. And honestly, that's all you need to do. You need to be in the face of your posts. And I've noticed this with a few other gals too. And I used to do it too. I'm right there in the support groups. I took a Pinterest picture and I put it in my thing. Here's what you can do. Go to Pinterest, get the quote, get the motivation, take a picture of yourself. Like Ashley said, I will sometimes sit for an hour, not sit, but I'll get 5 different outfits and I'll change them up and I'll do different poses. And then, I won't don't do Shakeology and kiss the Shakeology cup. Have your cup, but just like this with your shake in it. You want people to ask, well, what has she got? What is she talking about with this? It's like 5 salad bar trips or whatever like that. But just have it in the picture with you. Like the more you show, but not really say about it, you want people are always watching, right? So in your support groups or on your personal page, take the quote, put it on your picture. Spend a half an hour, put 5 different outfits on, take your picture, have them on your phone so they're ready, like Ashley said, and then she knows kind of outlining her post for the week. If she wants to do something about her workout, then she's got her picture and she just puts the quote on the side. People want to see your face, honestly. I was the bad one for not doing that. And I enjoyed when you gals were all in my challenge groups and Deanna and Jordan, Everett, that's what people want to see. So just remember that. And honestly too, have you tried any of the bonus DVD or workouts that come with your program? You got to share your journey and share valuable content like recipes and videotapes of you. Give them something, give them value so that you have the right to ask them to a free challenge, to ask them to a paid challenge, right? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say, like, the posts that I get the most feedback on and the most likes on or comments are the ones that I'm sharing about my own journey. So whether it's, a checkpoint halfway through my program that I've lost, 5 pounds or whatever, or my before and after photos, those are the ones I get the most feedback on, and those are the ones that get the most responses. And when I was doing Core de Force back in November, that's when I got the most interest in it. So it's definitely true, like, to be a product of the product and just share your journey. Like, you love the program, it's working for you, people want to see that, and they want to see real people, not these stock images from Instagram or wherever that anyone can see. They want to see a real person that they know, or that they're at least friends with on Facebook or an acquaintance of someone. That's going to get you the response that you want.
Oh, 100%. And it's scary as hell I will tell you that 125%. Putting a vulnerable post out about something that's raw and deep and real, or you in your bra showing your, like last night I did the Lady Gaga. Everyone's ridiculing that poor woman that they said she's fat or she's overweight. And I'm like, I have that same flub over my belly. I'll give kudos to Lady Gaga for that. So you know what? The more you're real, the more you share about you, there could be 3 or 5 or 10 people that are like, yeah, I can relate to her. They want to relate to somebody that's real. So please share your stuff. Don't, like Ashley said, the stock photos. I used to do that. I will admit I was to blame. And then I've kind of been learning things. Go to coaches' pages, like go to Michelle's or mine or any of the top coaches. If you want a list, I can share too. Go to Ashley's page, get the ideas. Don't copy them, but get an idea and make it your own. But they got to see you. So that's a valuable tip. And please, if you're still in the same program, try a new one out. If you've been doing 21-day fix for 6 months, it's time to move on, people. We need to, like, and if you got the all access, there's crazy amounts. Like Megan, oh my gosh, Megan on our team, she was doing the yoga booty ballet or something that's like 20 years old. But
I still haven't tried that. I still want to try it.
But it brought engagement. She did it. Like, that's what they're there for. Like, all the programs I think are proven. But it's funny to watch and do, but why not, right? Try something new. I put it off for 2 years in Sandy Max 30. I did it. I didn't do the full program because I was like, F this, 30 days later, what the hell am I doing? And I mean, I got great results in 30 days, but I never did the whole 60 days because in my head, it's like, oh my God, this is so long, right? We're all used to the 21 days or 30 days now. So I'm like, screw it, I'm doing it. And I actually want to show that you can get results with the modifier. So I've been doing the modifier the whole way through. And let me tell you, it's still kicking my butt. But I mean, there is modified moves. So I'm just showing something different. You always have to be kind of sharing or showing something different, or that you're going out of your comfort zone to try something new, right? So if you've been stuck on 21-day fix, it's time to move on, my friends. Okay, so vital number 3, we'll go through these a little quicker. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but personal development. Oh my God. I'll be honest. It wasn't that I didn't think I needed it, but I just felt, I don't know if I didn't have time or I just didn't want to do it. Or I used to read. I love Stephen King, like those kind of novels and fiction and all that kind of stuff. And it was only until, and I know Michelle, she would always say, and people would reiterate it, you got to work on you. How do you expect to grow if you aren't invested in you? And nothing clicked with that with me. But I think the main book that I loved was You're a Badass by Jen Sincero.
That's my favorite.
That is my favorite. I even got, guess what? Rob read it.
Really?
Rob is a badass now. So I thought if anything, he could start reading. So girls, You're a Badass by Jen Sincero and The Miracle Morning. If you want to like get shit done in the morning and honestly, here's the other thing. You can take crap out of the book and make it into a post. There is so much valuable content in personal development that I've noticed Michelle and Megan and other coaches do it too for your morning motivation. Take something from the book to make people think in the morning, to make them motivated. You can use so much out of that. The other book I'm reading now, now I'm on a roll, is 50 Ways to Yay. There's great content in here for your challenge groups because it asks you, it's a short little book, but it'll go through and ask you, it makes you read, and at the end it asks you questions. So like, for example, your mission. What are 3 things you've been wanting to do, say, and be that you've been putting off for the perfect time? That could be a post. So it's another, I'll list all these books in our team page too, but you need to do at least 10 pages or 10 minutes. And what I've gotten in the habit of doing, because I didn't want to read and do personal development, is in the morning, I got everything laid out. And I don't know if you saw it on the Team Fitnique thing, like I've been in the mode and I've got my ice cold water in my fake swell jar that's still ice cold in the morning. So I chug my water first thing in the morning. I have my book sitting downstairs out of the bedroom, like get out of the bedroom, and I'll read for 10 minutes before I work out because I'm having my energized, and it usually takes 10 minutes to kick in. So there, it's like a double duty kind of thing. So if you can't read, at least listen to, there's audio books you can do. If you're driving to work and your work is a 20-minute drive or 15-minute drive, download that crap on your podcast or your phone. I'll ask Justine because she listens to audiobooks, and I don't know what the one is for iPhone. I think there's one there, or there's Audible, I think is another one that you can actually literally listen to a book while you're driving. And I don't have a newer vehicle, but any newer ones have Bluetooth, right? So you could probably listen to it through your speaker system in the car. And like I said here, share what you're learning. Any of these personal development stuff, you will find something. Post a quote or an aha moment from that personal development for your social media. That's how you're adding value to people. That you're giving them something of value of what you've learned. And then another really thing that I think we need to really all touch on, and maybe we'll have more one-on-ones, is your why. What is your deep-seated why power, and why do you not want to give up? As I wrote this down, like what is your real why? What keeps you up at night? I will be honest, my why changed. First, it was helping people, and it still is, and I just wanted to get my shakes paid for. Your why changes over time. So I think it's a really nice thing to keep asking about your why. And mine, basically, it's to build financial success, to retire my husband from a job that he's been in for over 25 years, and to have more time freedom. And you know what time freedom is first of all, you have to have the financial freedom. And I love traveling. Like, I'm not going to lie, I'm throwing it out there, and I'm not ashamed of it. But it's something, that's what keeps me up till 11 if I have to, or 12, or that gets me up at 5 in the morning. Something has to give you that drive to do it. So you really, if that's going to be your homework for tonight, for the next few days, just really sit down, grab a piece of paper, go in a room, shut the door for 30 minutes, and ask yourself, why are you doing this? Why do you want to do this? And write it out, and then put it up beside your computer. Have it as notes on your phone, because that will drive you to do that hour if you don't want to do it, if you don't want to work out, all that kind of stuff. And it's not just with business, it's with your workouts too. Why do you want this change? Why do you want your health and fitness to evolve and get better? Why do you want to be the best version that you can be? Is it your kids? Is it your health? Is it, there's so many things, but write it down so you see it. And I'll share about the books. The other one was a GoPro. I have not read that yet, but that's one that's always suggested to begin with, as well as The Slight Edge and The Compound Effect. I've read The Compound Effect. So I'll skip over recognition because that's something that's kind of down the line, but I'll go really quick. Hey, if you got a challenger that's rocking in your group, or if you have a friend that's doing really great with their fitness or anything, shout people out. People love that. A coach, a friend, someone in the sport group. And like I said, should be specific, not general. So if Sally lost 11.5 inches in 30 days and really put an effort into everything, like literally list that, shout her out, be genuine, not fake. And it's got to be earned, not given. And honestly, and Ashley can attest this, so you can take, like, it's a part of the team culture that the shout outs, you'll hear it on the National Wake Up Call. You'll hear it in the Team Fitnique. You'll hear it in Team Rise Up. Who doesn't like to be shouted out? Like, seriously, who doesn't like to be recognized for their hard work and effort? So whatever it may be, if you have somebody that you think is shout out worthy in your support group, shout them out in the support group. Give them a high five, the kudos.
Do you ask them if it's okay to shout them out before you do it? Or you
can't, like, if it's to do with weight loss, like I won't ever do any pictures. I always would ask them.
Yeah.
If they've commented in the group, I will shoot them a little message. Or if it's nothing that I feel is too big a thing, like I think I did one time, I blacked out their name. Mm-hmm. So I just said that, but if it's something you really want to shout their name, we'll say, hey, I want to shout you out. I send them a message and just say, this is so-and-so and she blah, blah, blah. Because if you're proud of them, why not? And I will guarantee that they will be more thankful or surprised or appreciative of it than not. So yeah, it's up to you. If you feel you want to ask them, go for it. Ask them first. If it's like, I had a whole bunch of comments in my challenge tracker app, so I screenshotted it, but then I blacked their names out. But they knew who they were, right? But nobody else kind of knew who they were. But it was just a whole group of people. But definitely, if you feel they're shout out worthy, go for it. Ask them, say, I'd love to shout you out. And then just say, hey, I don't have to mention your name, but I would love to because you're really doing amazing, kind of thing. So the Facebook group breakdown, these are for the newer coaches. There is Team Fitnique, which is our upline team. Our team page is Team Rise Up, or not Team Rise Up, Team Fit Rising. Please, if you're not in one, you can be a part of my challenge group, or if you've got anybody underneath you, whatever, or if you want to go into Michelle's, just reach out to her. We are all here. We're not, no, you can't join our groups or anything. Be a part of the challenge groups, or let's co-run one together. There is the Coach Training Academy and the Coach Basics Training. So I'd really, if you have not done a Coach Basics training, please, it's something I really feel you should do. The Training Academy is self-guided. So I think, Deanna, you're in that. And Jordan isn't yet. Jordan, we have to chat yet if she's still on. I'm not sure. And that's it. So basically, that's what I'll do. I'll wake up in the morning. I got my list to do. I go through. I do my invites. I do my and basically, here's another quick thing. As far as follow-up, sometimes what I'll do is I'm not asking every single person for an invite to a challenge group. This is why I love Teamzy, because they have scripts right in it. So connecting with the customer. This could be as simple as, hey, John, how are your workouts coming along? Are you drinking your water and shakes? If this is a challenger, if it's just, I don't know where it's gone here now. It can be as simple as just saying, if you go onto your friend's page or whatever and just say, hey, so-and-so, how you doing? It's been a bit since we chatted. If they posted something on their wall, chat about, and then just leave it at that. Just say, just thought I'd pop in and say hi and hope you're having a great day. That's it. You got to connect with people. You don't always have to ask them or invite them to anything. Just connect. Okay, so make sure you connect with like 3 or 5 people a day. Go through your channel or your support group. Go through your friends page. Start making those connections. And just like, for example, I'll just go on Ashley's just for fun. What's on her wall? She's probably got bikinis on, ready for a trip.
Not yet. Not yet.
So like, if I make a list of who I'm talking about, she's not caring about the Super Bowl. That's a funny thing. So I might go on and shoot her a message and say, hey, I saw you didn't watch the Super Bowl. I like that quote. It was funny or something like that. Just thought I'd say, hey, what's new? If you haven't talked to them for a while or whatever. Or here's a good example. This person shared this chocolate stuff. What I would do if you see a recipe on someone's wall and you want to connect with them, ask them if they've tried it because you're looking for a new recipe for the weekend or something. Like be genuine. Like I would say, did you try that mousse recipe? Because I want to know if somebody's tried it to see if it works, if it's a Pinterest fail or not. Because if somebody's tried it and it totally turned out like crap, I'm probably not going to try it myself. So that's a suggestion. Just reach out and connect. You don't always have to ask everybody. Create that know, like, and trust. People want to know, like, and trust you, especially if they're new people. And like I said, after first new friend request, I put them in. I follow up in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time, I say, hey, how's the support group? I may follow up in another week. It's not going to happen overnight. You want to create that trust with them. So it's not only just about inviting them to a free group to begin with, it's also just reaching out and just saying, it's been a bit since I've chatted, just wanted to say hi and hope you're having an awesome day. That's it. But you got to do that. So I do that as well as an invite. So it's like a funnel. You always have to have a funnel system kind of going on where you reach out, you add people, you connect, you invite. So yeah, so that's it. Do you guys have any questions?
No, you answered a lot, actually.
Perfect. It's hard to fit it all in like in an hour or an hour and 15, but I thought we'd start this way. And like with Jordan, I've talked to Deanna and Sue. We can set something up where we just do a one-on-one
Yeah.
as well. I think that's something that maybe I'd failed at before. I didn't really know what to do, but now I really kind of want to. What's those
Yeah.
kids doing back there, Deanna?
That's my family. See,
There's no.
Okay.
I had a couple private moments, but that's about it. It's
That's
over
okay.
now.
That's okay. Hi.
Hi, people.
So
Are you gonna post, like, you know how you showed that doc? Was that a Google Docs you showed with all their scripts of what you?
yeah,
you
I'll
post?
start. Yep, I'm gonna put like in our team page as well as team page. There is, if you go in the file here, I'll show you really quick. Share screen.
I gotta go.
You gotta go, Sue.
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
talk to you later.
thanks, Sue. Well, just shoot me a message if you have any questions
Yeah,
too,
I will.
and
Okay.
we'll connect.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bye.
night. Okay, so I'll show you guys. I can get in here. I'll just show you really quick. Fitnique. There's a lot of scripts in the Fitnique too. If I can get on it. My internet's being so slow. That's Dashwood for you, eh, Ashley?
Yep.
Oh man.
Whenever I come back home, there's like the internet's awful.
Well, and we're cable, so I don't know. You're not.
Yeah,
Dave-
my parents are too.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So see here in Fitnique, there's the file section there, Deanna.
Okay.
If I can click on it. Still, my thing's still thinking. Okay. So you click on the file section. And in there, there's tons of resources. Like there's free ideas for free groups. Here's where we're talking about, Deanna, ready? Grand opening post.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's ideas in there. Where is it? If you keep scrolling down, sometimes there's scripts in here too.
No.
But, sample messages. There's one. I'm going to load more of my scripts up in there's scripts for people that are interested in challenge packs. Ashley and I I'll make a document and we'll share our scripts in there as far as just, once you message somebody and throw them in their group, we'll put them in there that you can bore them as well.
Like I've started to write it, but I don't know. I write it and I'm like, this just really doesn't sound like me. And I just struggled. So when you left, I was like, oh, she's gone. Sorry. I did feel so obligated to get it done.
Well, no, the message thread that we're in, because Ashley did her grand opening too. So like seriously, that's what it's for, to bounce the ideas off. We can help you say either that's perfect or man, that's wordy. You need to like cut out a year or whatever.
It's also too like what happened at work, right? Because I totally changed roles at work, and it was really consuming. It's still kind of consuming me, but
Yeah.
because I was like totally geared up. I had all my stuff written out, and then every moment I had to, because what it was, somebody was in that role and they totally messed it up. Like, because I work at a college as well, and they were supposed to be all in placements starting January 1st, and nobody was in placement. So I had to find 45 placements within 2 weeks. So I spent every waking moment doing that. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I know it's an excuse. Like, I know it's an excuse, but I'm not a morning person. So that's something I'm actually really working on. Like, I hate getting out
We
of bed.
can work on it together because I'm not doing so.
I love my bed. We just got a really good bed too, but it's worse getting out of it.
Yeah.
Get the book. Get the.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna check out, because I'm not one, like I'll fall asleep when I read as well. So I'm gonna try and look for some audio books for that. That works
Definitely.
better for me.
If you're driving to work or whatever, or on your lunch hour, if you got 10 minutes even.
Yeah, I don't get a lunch hour.
Okay.
It's like it's a working lunch, I have to eat while I'm doing it. But you know what I do? Like, I listen to the podcast at night, like as I'm in bed and I'm ready to go to bed. Like, that's when I've been doing my personal development.
Gotcha.
So I was listening to those, but that's when I'll listen to it probably, because.
Well, either that or wake up 10 minutes earlier and know that, or 10 pages. You could do 10 pages a day, not even 10 minutes. Because 10 minutes,
I know. I have started waking up early. I have to set 3 alarms to get out of bed. It's really bad, I know.
Okay, Ashley and Deanna, you guys message me.
I'm so bad. Like, I love staying up at night. Like, I've always been like that. So now that I'm older, though, it's really hard to stay up at night. So I fall asleep, and I still like getting up, but I'll figure it out.
That's okay. No, but yeah, post your post in the message thread, and that's what we're here for, to help you figure it out. And don't overthink it, right, Ashley?
Yeah, because that's what I'm doing.
It took me 6 months to post mine.
Oh, did it? Yeah. It's more like, I feel like, not that I care what anybody thinks, but I still feel like, what are people going to think of me
Think that they're
posting that? You know what I mean? Like, I know it's a positive thing. I know they will. Like, I know they will. It's just all in my head. It's just, to just get over it. I know. I'm more work than you thought.
No, it's okay, because it took me probably last November to start posting on the first one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the fear, something got back into my head, and I was just like, what? But now I'm just like, you know what? I love it. I love what I do. I love the workouts. I love the Shakeology. And if I can help one person that's watching me, give them the courage to want to do it too, then that's all that I do. You know what? You're going to be like-minded people in this whole realm of things. And the haters are always going to hate. But you're going to have more support from anybody that wants to and whatnot. So
hold on a sec. No one's making eggs right now. No one's making eggs right now. It's bedtime.
oh my God.
I know. See what happens when mom's distracted?
Okay.
I should really go.
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's almost 10, so I'm glad you guys were able to come on the call. And until we all chat. Hi. No eggs.
No eggs tonight. It's too late.
Tastes good.
We got a new stove too. Now the dog's starting.
Thanks.